Jared Ben Affleck and paint it gold, it's still gonna be a Jared Ben Affleck. Hey, what's up, you guys? Shortimus Prime here, doing another SH Figuarts figure review on the Injustice Gods Among Us Joker figure from Bandai Tamashii Nations. If you're trying to get this figure yourself, you can get it.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Actually, I wasn't planning on getting this figure because just from looking at product shots, I wasn't a big fan of the design for this Joker. But a lot of you guys wanted me to review this figure, so I went and picked it up at the toy show. I looked on the side, you can see this green image of the Joker right over there, and then it says movable molding option parts, and he's got a lot of accessories, man. Looking like a pretty cool figure, actually. But I don't know. But anyway, let's find out ourselves and crack this thing open. So here's a Joker figure out of the packaging. Now, at first glance, I didn't think this Joker figure looked so cool, but as I look closer at it and as I spend more time with it and everything, it really is an amalgam of a bunch of different versions of the Joker, and I think that is awesome. I'm not a big fan of all these points right over here, like the super pointy shoulders, and same thing with this collar right over there. But for the most part, I do think this is a very cool figure, and he comes with a lot of really neat accessories, man. First off, he has this crowbar over here, which I think is great. And we get some really nice details on here. I like the color variation for this wrap section over here. And you get some nice red over at the end. Ooh, is that Jason Todd blood, or is it just painted red? I think it's just painted red. Or it could be Jason Todd blood. Oh. And then here's the other end of it, sculpted nicely. Some rusted wear right over there. Got this nice huge pistol right here, reminiscent of Jack Nicholson's gun from the '89 Batman movie. Looking dope. I really like this a lot. I like how the handle right here is painted purple. Very cool piece. Here's his knife. Kind of reminded me of the Heath Ledger Joker, right? I really like the handle on this too. Get some nice gold paint, and purple looks great as well. You can see some sculpted scuffing right over there on the edge of the blade. And then these are something I could see from a Cesar Romero Joker. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the video game, so I don't know if these are all homages to previous Jokers, but I think these guys are pretty cool. You can actually get them to stand. They remind me of Mousers, actually, and then you can move the jaw up and down. Or could this be a reference to Jack Nicholson Joker? You know what I mean? At the very end. And then he has his Joker card, which is very, very tiny, but painted really well. Can't really tell if this is made out of plastic or a little piece of paper. And nice design right there on the back of the card too. Now this figure comes with 8 different hands. You get 3 pairs of hands over here, and then these 2 are different. You get a card holding hand for his left side, which looks pretty good. And as you can see in this picture, he does hold the card very well with this hand. And then you have this gun holding hand, and as you can see in this picture, he holds the gun very well over here too. Now these are kind of a weird color. This purple color is almost like a brown color. But anyway, he has this crowbar holding hands right over here, which you saw earlier, or knife holding hands. And then he has these relaxed hands over here. And then he has these Harley Quinn booty grabbing hands. The figure comes with 3 different head sculpts. This is the one that shows up in the packaging, and I think these are wonderfully done. This is my favorite out of the 3 head sculpts. I just love how this looks, and of course you get those Heath Ledger cuts right there on the side of his cheeks. And I think the teeth look great. They're all dirty and everything. You get some nice black paint around his cheeks and around his eyes. And I love the sculpt on the hair. You get some nice black paint mixed in there with the hair. Looks really good, man. Nice sculpted lines and everything in this piece. Really nice head sculpt. The only thing is that popping these off and putting them on isn't really too fun, especially because the hair is so spiky it hurts. We get the second smiling head sculpt over here. Again, really nice paint. Those cuts right there on the side of the cheeks again. Really nice detailed sculpt. Even the eyebrows look really good. Again, the hair looks pretty awesome on this. And lastly, here's the gas mask head sculpt. Looking great. I love that silver paint. Looks like there's this very subtle wash to it also. Really nice job on this. I like the little stitching right there on the side. That is very, very cool, man. Dig that a lot. Even though I'm not going to have them displayed like this, then you get the straps coming all the way through the back over here mixed in with the hair. Looks pretty good. A lot of nice details on the rest of the figure too. The flower looks great. You get some oranges and yellows right there towards the center. I like this metallic purple we have. This is looking really nice. We get all these little silver bits. He has some gold bits right over here. These cuffs and this part right over here, they both have this kind of metallic kind of sheen to them. Nice button sculpted over here. The tie looks great. I mean, there's a lot of details put into this, and I think it looks really good. I like it a lot. Even looking at the back of it over here, more nice gold pieces, nice sculpted details around here, looking great. There's a lot of variations of purple on this guy. You can see how his gloves are more of a brownish kind of color than full-on purple. I'm really digging those shoes as well. Even got some sculpted laces. Those are die-cast feet, which do help with posing the figure around. And here's looking at the back of it, his trench coat dealies, got some nice wrinkles sculpted in there. It's a little disappointing that the figure does not really look up much. I tried getting it to look up and trying to tuck the hair behind this collar, then the hair starts to split between the face, and that's not so good. So that's really the most he can look up, which isn't really looking up at all. But he can move down quite a bit, and he can rotate his head side to side, and he does have neck pivot. So you do have the head hinge joint, and you do have a neck joint in there as well. You do get this armpit joint that can move in and out, and it shifts up and down. His shoulders can also move outward very far. They rotate forward. He can rotate at the bicep. He has a very nice elbow joint over there. The wrist moves side to side. They hinge up and down. It is worth noting that the gun holding hand is the only hand that actually has the role of the dice motion instead of moving in and out. He has a diaphragm joint that allows side to side movement. It does can come apart on you. You could pop it back in, but it doesn't really crunch forward too much. It can move back quite a bit, and you do get some pivot. When you rotate it side to side, you want to make sure that these little gold pieces are inside the jacket. Then you do have these hip joints that shift up and down, and you can't move his legs all the way outward that much. He will kick forward quite a bit. Now, these little flappy pieces, they are made out of a bit of a pliable material, so that's not so shabby. Same thing with the back end over there. He has a nice single jointed knee. He does have upper thigh rotation as well. His ankles don't move downward too much. They do move up a bit. You can rotate them side to side. He has a beautiful ankle pivot and, of course, a toe articulation. This figure has some pretty good height to him, especially for a Japanese import. He's standing over 6.5 inches tall. And here's Joker standing next to the SH Figuarts Batman from Injustice Gods Among Us, and Joker is standing taller than Batman, and I don't really like that. I feel like Batman should be standing taller than Joker. And here's our video game Joker compared to the movie Masters Heath Ledger Joker over here and the DC UC comic version Joker. And for Joker being my favorite villain of all time, I really don't have that many Joker figures. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So again, I really like this figure. I'm glad that I picked it up. Thank you so much, Shark Squad. I wasn't planning on getting this guy, but so many people left comments in my review of the Batman figure that you insisted I review this guy, so I went and picked it up, and I'm glad that I did. I think it's a dope figure, and I do recommend it. And I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right over there. Check out my last video right over there. Make sure you check out a photo gallery over at toynewseye.com. And if you haven't already, follow me on the Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I have this thing going on Facebook right now where you could show up in my 100,000 subscribers video. So check that out. Follow the Facebook. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
I could do that forever.